Hey everybody, Strider's back with another high ELO double daily today. Lucky for you guys, more high ELO gameplay coming out from nothinghere. And let's see who else is really popular. Ooh, we got VVV in this game. I haven't seen them in a while. They've been kind of lurking behind the shadows right now. TheOddOne's also in here. We have, that might be a Riot member. I don't know if I know MilkCow. Maybe? Yeah, actually MilkCow is a Riot member. So this should be a pretty interesting game. We're going to see how well it goes. We have an Ezreal with Malphite, Vladimir, Lux, Soraka, which is a lot of AP for a team. So I'm a little bit surprised on how they're going to do that, because that's... everybody on their team does magic damage. So as long as red team gets a little bit more MR than anything else, they should be okay. So I think all Malphite's magic. Yeah, all of Malphite is magic. Vladimir's all magic. Ezreal is, for the most part, physical magic. And then Lux, of course, is magic as well. So it'll be interesting to see that versus an Ahri, a Lee Sin, a Janna, and a Kog'Maw. As far as lane matchups go, I'm not sure who is going where. Soraka could go mid. Most likely Lux will be though. Soraka's probably a better support than Lux. But you never know. You never know these days, especially in high elo. Okay, no, Soraka with her item, she's definitely going support. And we'll see Malphite in the jungle versus Lee Singa in the jungle. Top lane is going to be, of course, the classic duel between Malphite and Irelia. WildTurtle is actually a really good Irelia player, so this will be an interesting matchup. Or no, sorry, not Malphite. It's going to be Vladimir, most likely. I'm pretty sure Irelia beats out that matchup pretty handily. Lee Sin is ahead in this particular jungle rush right now. Looks like he's getting a little bit more help from his teammates as far as damage goes for sure, and he's able to get that Janna shield as well, is picking up that blue buff without really much any effort at all. He rushed the blue buff instead of going for a red buff in an early gank. I think ganking Vlad before he gets his pool at level 4 is a really good idea. So he might actually just be running through trying to get to level 3 super quickly, and then going up to top to gank that Vladimir. Actually, I have not seen this match either between bananas. Potassium ore is coming out. Potassium grenades going all over the place. A lot of damage going on to the Janna. Oh, so close. Summoner heal with Ignite. Flash coming out from both champions. And Ezreal's about to go down. He's really close, but the potassium grenades are going to do a little bit of damage. Great job bottom lane. Both teams were able to survive. A lot of spells were used. And a great exhaust coming down onto the support. And the potassium grenades are coming up. And a great flash banana coming out. Almost, the Cathian Surprise almost taking out the Ezreal. Really close. Very intense battle at the bottom. Great. I love the animations for Pulsefire Ezreal. I know it's probably outplayed by now, even though it's only been like a week or two, but I still find it really awesome. And Irelia is pushing top quite heavily, which is good because Vladimir has difficulties farming at the tower early on in the levels until he gets to level like 7 or 8. Until then, it is a tad bit difficult for him because his cooldowns are so high, especially on his transfusion, and that's his main last hitting spell. I mean, of course he uses Tides of Blood quite a bit, but that's, you know, an AoE thing and not necessarily just freezing the lane or last hitting at the tower. Irelia never really has any issues. Great damage coming out from Ahri, but Lux is going to try to go for the snare. She misses the snare and misses everything else. Malphite is still doing a lot of work, a lot of damage, is going to dive the tower and get out of there safely. A lot of damage coming down, does get hit by the Lee Sin. Lee Sin picks up that kill. Great job on both teams. Lee Sin knowing that Ahri's in trouble and is going to take that out. Giving those giving those double buffs away to the jungler is probably a little bit better than giving it away to anybody else. Mainly because in lane, going against somebody with double buffs when you don't have it and you're not going to get it for like 5 minutes, it's very obnoxious to say the least, when you almost always expect the jungler to have double buffs while they're ganking. So it's not a huge issue in that particular sense. Wow, okay, so Vlad is doing a great job as far as harassing the Irelia. Irelia's under her tower and she's taking a surprisingly high amount of damage. So I'm very interested to see what exactly is happening. Vlad still has 4 health potions, and she does stun him and he is able to get a little bit of damage to get a few auto attacks off. Probably going to throw in a transfusion or 2 here and there. But Lee Sin is here and he's ready for the gank. And he is... Oh, Vlad is right next to that wall. He can get queued through the wall. Lee Sin unfortunately does not throw out a Sonic Wave. Malphite is coming from behind. They do know that Lee Sin is there now, and they probably know he's still just hanging out in that bush. But right when Malphite comes in is right when Lee Sin goes, and they don't know what's happening. Yes, Irelia does get hit, and she does get ignited as well and slowed by the pull from Vlad, and Vlad is going to do a lot of damage. Great shield coming out, but Malphite is able to pick that up, and Lee Sin is going to be able to take that out. He still has his double buff, so he's going to be able to turn on to this Malphite and be able to duel him pretty easily. Misses the Sonic Wave. It was a great juke by Malphite to sidestep that. Great jobs on all sides, and it looks like Lee Sin is going to tower dive. Great. Oh my gosh, I love the dragon kicks following up the resonating strikes. He just kicks him to the wall and then follows him up with another kick for himself. A Liu Kang. Wah! Great job by Lee Sin. Lee Sin's doing absolute his back's gonna hurt after this game. I can feel it. His back probably already hurts. Picking up all the kills. Unfortunately, you know, Irelia wasn't able to get an assist off that kill. It's always nice to, if somebody dies, to kill the person that killed them to get that assist, the assist gold. Ezreal's splitting up the 2 bottom, but he's not doing enough damage, and now he's slowed, and he's going to get exhausted, and he's getting a lot of work done to him. He might actually die. He does have Summoner Heal, and he does get auto-attacked. He does get healed as well. I thought the heal was out of range. I didn't think that the Soraka was going to be able to get that. But great heal coming out from Soraka, just being able to clutch that tiny bit. Ahri's going to be going to get this blue buff, and Lux already has hers, so this is going to be an interesting fight at this point, since Lux's cooldowns are also really, really high. She's going to have to get some cooldown reduction, and possibly some mana regen, because her mana is really high as well. Ahri's in a really bad position now. She is level 6, but she does not have her charm anymore. Lee Sin's coming from the back, and Malphite's right there, and he is going to get hit by it. And Ahri might rush in. She's going to Foxfire. She misses the charm. And both teams are going to be able to run away from that pretty easily, but Lux is still a little wary because she does not want to get hit. Ahri's still busting out a lot of damage. She's going to Foxfire as well as Spirit Rush into the fight. Great ultimate by the Lux, doing massive amounts of burst damage from all of her abilities, being able to take her down to from 75 to 0 in almost an instant. Great job, and that is also going to refresh her blue buff. Very important. Giving that blue buff to be completely refreshed on the Lux. It was about halfway done, and now it's back to full. She's going to be able to go back and buy her items, and then come back to lane with quite a bit of mana still. Mana regen and cooldown reduction. Let's see how the gold's going. The top lane matchup with Vladimir versus Irelia. Vlad has 41 CS as opposed to Irelia's 67. Irelia's doing significantly better than Vlad. So, and she's also going to take the golems, the double golems. Interesting for her, but Vlad is going to try to freeze the lane at his tower as much as he can. That's probably where Irelia is getting a lot of her advantage from. She's going to get the advantage, she's going to keep it. As far as Ahri goes, Ahri's doing pretty good as well. She does have 69 CS. Same with Lux. Lux has right around that as well. Unfortunate for Ahri, Ahri's died twice. Oh, sorry, Ahri has 59 CS. I don't know how that missed. Great burst damage coming out from Lux again, getting the ignite and the auto attack. And she is going to go down from the whole entire burst combo coming out from Lux. Great job by Lux picking up a second kill. Unfortunately, Ahri did not have the blue buff on her that time to be able to do anything as far as refresh her blue buff, but that's okay because she still has it and she's going to be able to get a lot of work done. She did miss her snare, which is not good for her since she, at least does have red buff and is going to be able to slow her significantly, but there is a ward here, and blue team knows it. And so they don't really care at this point. It looks like they're either going to tower dive extremely hard. And Malphite, of course, is taunting, telling them that they will lose. Lee Sin's coming in, doing a little bit of damage in here. And Malphite's going to get caught up, does get two of them. And the Ezreal comes out, is able to pick up the kill onto the Janna. And now they're going to go after the Lee Sin and Diver. Double kill coming out from Ezreal. Ezreal still continuing to do damage, almost getting the triple kill onto the Malphite. Malphite's trying to get the Malphite. Sorry, the Acathian Surprise was trying to take out the Malphite, but the Malphite was still too healthy. I did miss a kill up top. Vladimir was able to take out the Irelia. I'm not sure exactly how that played out. So let me go ahead and go back a little bit. So really it's not like a quarter, and he does use his ult, and he does, yes, he's going to just completely dive her with the pool. And that is what Vlad does. He's able to deceptively do so much damage just because of that increased damage. And the dragon's going to go to the blue team, the first dragon of the game at 12 minutes. Great job by the blue team, able to apply enough pressure to the entire map in order to get that dragon without any problems whatsoever. No contesting from the red team. The red team was still down, still trying to get repositioning. And this is just, it's starting to snowball into the blue team's favor. The blue team does have almost 5,000 gold advantage at 12 minutes, which is pretty impressive if I might add. 0 towers down on both teams, and there's a 5,000 gold difference. Typically, there's not that much gold difference unless there is a massive amount of towers. Like, if there's 3 towers down, you're like, okay, you know, it's 1,000 gold each tower. So that makes sense, but I'm not 100% sure where all that 5,000 gold is coming from. There's only a 6 kill difference. So unless everybody's getting completely out-farmed, which doesn't seem to be looking too much like the case. Ezreal's all by himself bottom lane, is going to have to take these double golems and try to get a little bit of lifesteal from his Doran's Blade, and just a little bit of experience, and a little bit of experience in gold. Soraka has really early oracles, and she does take out the... she absolutely obliterates that ward that's in the tri-bush right there. Those potassium grenades are just way too strong. They really need to nerf those, for sure. one of the combos I really like in this game is the Kog'Maw and Janna combo, because Kog'Maw does so much damage, and the Janna, once she pops her shield onto the Kog'Maw, Kog'Maw does even more because it increases his AD. He does have the movement speed to also keep up with 2 slows, so even if they're trying to run away, they can still do a significant amount of damage without any problems. And Malphite is going to get caught out here by 4 people. He might try to go for the ult just like he did last time. He does go for the ult, the same thing just as last time. He is going to possibly go down. He does go down. The Ahri does take a lot of damage, but does not do enough. Red team is able to successfully disengage away from that fight because they don't want to continue. I would have liked to see the Lux ultimate on the other 3 once Ezreal did his ult as well. But unfortunately, that did not happen the way they wanted it to go to. Looks like Vladimir is actually going after the double golems on the red team side at this point. Irelia, he doesn't want to give Irelia any more of an advantage as far as those creep kills that she has. She had the gold advantage. I'm not sure if she has it now. She's really far behind at this point, which is unfortunate. There are wards all over the red jungle at this point. They're primarily by the red team. They really want to see if there's any engagements because they want to make sure that this Kog'Maw stays alive as much as possible and gets as many kills as possible. This is going to be a crazy game of Protect the Kog'Maw if this game continues the way it is right now. They have enough to protect the Kog'Maw for the most part because they have Janna, who just kites like crazy. She's amazing at it. They have the charm from Ahri, and especially if she gets the... if she picks up the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, she's going to slow on all of her abilities. Irelia is pretty good because she has that stun. It's not spammable, of course, but she is still able to do quite a bit of CC. And the Lee Sin has, you know, an AoE slow, and they're going to engage onto the Lux. The Lux is going to get caught out here. She does flash, but she still gets converged on by 3 members of the red team with an easy pickup on the kill mid, and they're going to try to take down this tower since there are 3 of them. I'm not sure how blue team is going to retaliate with this as they are getting worked on. Looks like Janna barely misses the ult that probably would have killed her. Great job, and Malphite's coming out as well, being able to pick up the Janna kill. And he's going to tank the tower. Kog'Maw's going to slow down the Ezreal so he can't follow up. It looks like Malphite is not messing around. Malphite wants this kill more than anything else. He is able to slow him quite a bit, is able to get the round slam. And Ahri's coming around from the back. The Acadian Surprise does a lot of damage onto the and she's gonna get a charm. No, not yet. He's trying to juke it. She's just gonna auto attack until charm going out. Charm does land and another Firefox. Great job by Ahri not wasting her spells and making sure that everything is successful. Ahri picks up that 2nd kill onto the Ezreal. Just because he just blinked behind a wall with almost no health left. It ran right into the Ahri. So very fortunate for her, unfortunate for the Ezreal. And now blue team is going to retaliate with a tower of their own, it seems. But then again, Irelia is at top tower and she's going to be destroying that tower at the same time. And they have 2 AP champions pushing a tower, so they're going to be able to push the creeps, but they're not necessarily going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to the tower itself. But it will still be enough. And again, Irelia looks like she's going to push top. I'm not sure if she's going to get there in time for Malphite. It's very possible that she will, though. She might just back up after killing these. Yes, she will. She doesn't want to risk getting converged on. And red team is pinging for dragon now, so hopefully they can get this dragon. If they get this dragon, that's definitely going to help them. It's definitely going to help them prevent the snowball from the blue team. It's going to give them a little boost in experience as well as gold. And they are able to take that uncontested, so that's fantastic. That's exactly what they needed, exactly what they wanted. They didn't want to have to do a team fight for that dragon. They just wanted the free 1,000 gold, get away, no harm, no foul. That's all I wanted. Ahri is going to be able to pick up that another blue buff. Uh-oh, Malphite does see the Ahri. Ahri is going to throw a charm, but does get sidestepped. A lot of damage going. Malphite is running into three of them. He really does not care. He chases them all the way from the first bottom tower, and so it's going to give blue team the bottom tower for free. Great job by Malphite being able to zone 4 people from the red team. And when one champion can zone 4 people on one team by himself, it's, you know, it's terrifying. And of course, Malphite busting out the taunt again. You will lose. I'm very interested to see what the next team fight is going to look like. Because if everybody's converged together, if everybody teams up on both teams, you have the... Oh, barely missed it. Really close to get that kill onto the Ahri. Well, the snare, which probably would have led to a kill almost instantly. But it was a great try, great attempt. They don't want to waste any more time here. They do realize that there are a lot of creeps up at the top lane, and this tower will go down if they don't send somebody up there. And it looks like Lux might just throw her ult up there to try to save it, but I don't know if they will. I don't know if it's worth it or not. They do have minions there, so it's gonna take it out for a little bit. Malphite is also there. He's definitely gonna be able to, yeah, just 1 or 2 ground slams, and that's all she wrote. And Lux is gonna try to just solo this blue buff real quick. She's not really gonna have too many issues with that. It's pretty simple for her to do any of that stuff. She does have that shield, which is so strong. So shield's on the way there and the way back, which makes it really good for Malphite initiations. Surprisingly, it's perfect for Malphite initiations. So let's check out the gold. Who is winning in CS? Despite being on the quote-unquote losing team, Irelia has the most creeps out of anybody in the game. She's only winning by 10, but she still has the most. She doesn't have the most gold on the team, though. Her team is actually being led by Ahri. So Ahri and Irelia doing a lot of good work on their team. Unfortunately, Kog'Maw isn't doing so hot. He is kind of lagging behind. But if they can protect him in the team fights and he can pick up 3 or 4 kills, then he's going to be right back in this game. So it's very possible, and especially with a fed Irelia and a fed Ahri, it's not even that it's possible, it's that it's almost probable. It's like inevitable that Kog'Maw is going to get fed at this point. It's been 22 minutes. They are behind by 6k gold, but they were behind 5k gold at what, like 12 minutes or 13 minutes. So in 10 minutes they decreased the snowball, you know, instead of increasing by, you know, tenfold or double at this point in time, which it should be at. They've decreased it to where it's only changed by 1,000, which is incredible. Great flash initiation, unstoppable force, and Janna tries to disengage but does still die. She goes down. Ezreal throws out his ult, is able to pick up the Cathian's Prize coming out, and is going to hit Vlad. Vlad is still going in there. He does get charmed, and he pulls, trying to get a little bit of damage off, but he does go down from the Orb of Deception. And Ezreal is not caring anymore at this point. He does flash to get out of there, and the shield coming out from Lux being able to pick up all the damage coming out from the tower. And now blue team's pushing down mid tower again, harder and harder. It's going to be very difficult for them to come back. Red team definitely has a task ahead of them. Blue team aced the red team in that fight, and they still had 3 alive. So it was a 2 for 5, not good. And now, as you can see, the gold just shot up from a 4k or a 6k gold difference to a 9k gold difference in the matter of 1 minute. So yeah, it's impressive to see. And Malphite is just gonna get a huge creep wave down here now. He gets a free massive amount of kills, which is really good for him. He's gonna get even more farmed. He only has 99 creep kills, but with the Heart of Gold and the Philosopher's Stone, he's still incredibly tanky, and he's also getting a lot of gold just passively from running around and trying to gank. He had 2,000 gold in his pocket, and he picked up a Shirelia's as well as a Chain Vest. It's starting to get very interesting. And Ahri has a death cap already. She decided not to rush for the Rylai's, which is mildly interesting. Soraka gets caught out here. The Firefox goes out, and she's going to get caught by a lot of people. And I don't think that there's anything Vlad can do to help save that. The Dragon Kick might go down onto the Vlad, but it looks like it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Malphite does slow down the red team, and now he's slowed. He's going to get Sonic Wave, and does get charmed as well. He goes down almost instantly, does Unstoppable Force. Great ult coming out from Lux, able to pick up that Kog'Maw with the laser. The Cathian Surprise hits 3 people. Wow. Kog'Maw's passive usually only hits maybe 1 person, because it's pretty easy to run away from now. But hitting 3 people with it is really good, because it is true damage. So it's not like I'm messing around damage, it's true damage. It's not anything to joke about. It's pretty good. If you could decide when to blow it up, but you had a maximum of like 3 or 4 seconds, I think that would make it a little bit better. I think it might actually be more practical that way, so once you die you can just have it explode instantly if you wanted to. I don't know, I think that would be really awesome. I would accept that change for sure. But that's, something. Oh no, the tower might go down. A lot of damage going. Those creeps are just going down instantly. And they are able to save the tower. 41 health. 1 auto attack from a minion. 1 auto attack from Janna will take that down at this point. But they don't want to give him that 1,000 gold in order to buy items. It's definitely something they don't want to do. Giving them any form of advantage or any form of comeback ability is not something they want to do at all, in the slightest. There's a little Baron dance going on now. Irelia is still pushing that top tower, and that top tower is finally going to go down from a minion.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Tower down. Ezreal started the Baron, but I don't think he really wanted to, but he was able to start the Baron. Yeah, I don't think he actually wanted to start the Baron, because he did do his Essence Flux. Oh, and Lee Sin gets caught out, does get in, but the Unstoppable Force comes down. The Ezreal also comes out. Janna's trying to run away as fast as she humanly can, but she's not fast enough. Her passive is nerfed too hard. Red team picks up 2 kills out of that. It is only the Lee Sin and the Janna, but that is going to be enough to either back off and take the Baron, or, which is, yeah, it looks like that is what they're going to do. They're going to back off and take the Baron. It's still going to be really scary. They don't have the jungler to smite steal the Baron, and I think that's the most important part. So as long as the Malphite, who is being played by TheOddOne, who's an amazing jungler, as long as he's on the ball with this smite, which I don't see him not being on the ball with this smite, it's most likely going to go to the blue team without too many issues. Irelia tries to flash in there and tries to take it, but she's unsuccessful. She does get snared and does go down almost instantly, as well as the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw gets caught out by the Ezreal and the Soraka, and Ezreal is able to take him down without any problems. Blue team is just going to rush up mid. They don't even care about going back, getting those items. They're just going to push up mid as much as possible, even with all of them with about 1,000 to 2,000 gold in the bank, or in the pocket. The bank in the pocket, I don't know what it is. They're gonna be able to push this without any problems. There are 2 people down, and this time it's their 2 people that do the most damage. It's really not good. It looks like they're pinging for top tower. They're going to go top, and they're going to push this as hard as possible. There's a huge creep wave bottom, so they're going to have to wait for creep reinforcements or the tower to help. They are going to be able to take down the second top tower without any issues as well. There's a massive creep wave assisting them with that. So there's absolutely nothing that the red team can do. Red team did all spawn. And another initiation coming down. Unstoppable Force coming out from the Malphite does go down. And the shield from Lee Sin just gets destroyed completely by the Ezreal ult. And the Kog'Maw goes down almost instantly at that point. The Cathian Surprise doesn't do much damage to anybody. And they still have the minions to tank the tower to take this without any issues.
Red team's turret has been
And that was a 4-for-0 trade. The only person living was the Lee Sin. He almost died, but he was able to disengage properly. Malphite should be able to take these two towers without too much of an issue, especially with the attack speed buff from the Ezreal and the armor buff from Soraka. They are attacking this main Nexus. This is the objective of the game, and it is going down. And Janna goes down inside the fountain from the Lux. That was an amazing display. Oh my gosh, that just happened. So Janna was done at that point. She's like, whatever, we're gonna lose. And Lux said, no, it's not over yet. I'm gonna kill you first. So great game. Both teams. GG to the red team, and congratulations to the blue team. And again, if you guys want to see any particular champions or any specific pro players, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe, send me a message, whatever it is. You can get a hold of me. I have my contact information in the notes section below, so you can contact me on Twitter, Facebook, or like I said, just leave me a comment and request anything. And I have a spreadsheet that has all the requests on it, and I can give a shout out to your name in the notes field whenever or in the game after the game's over, so that you know that it was for you guys. I'm here doing this for fun, just doing it in my spare time, and you guys are the ones that really just help me get through all this. It's fun. I enjoy it. I like watching games. I like commentating, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So if you want to see more, if you want to see something specific, let me know so I can help you out. And happy 4th of July. Bye, guys.